Hey Scorpio, welcome to Black Star Tarot. Thank you guys for stopping and watching as always. Scorpio, it's been a minute. I needed to take a break. I was tired. All right, but I'm getting back into my routine somewhat. And I think the last time I did a reading was March. I haven't done any readings since March, but nevertheless, are you guys ready? All right, let's go. Scorpio, I have been waiting to do your reading. Don't ask me why, because I can't tell you. But I wanted to see what was going on for you guys in love for the month of June. So, because I'm newsy, we are going to start out with our major arcanas. Why? Because they are the most influential, the most powerful cards, you know, in the tarot deck, right? And they kind of give me a little bit of heads up on maybe some areas areas of where you may need growth or maybe lessons, right? Let's just see. I don't really know, but let's see what we have for you, Scorpio, in love for June. Yeah. All right. Messages for Scorpio. I'm trying not to make this too long, right? I've been trying to work on like 15, 20-minute videos. I think that's still really long, but you know, sometimes with some of these love readings, things get like really detailed, so to speak. All right, so let's see what we have for you guys. What do we have for? Oh, that was the whole deck. We ain't going there. All right, let's try one more shuffle. And we got one that flew out on the side, so we're just going to take that one, okay? And you got the High Priestess with the Fool on the bottom of the deck. So let's talk about the High Priestess. So the High Priestess is the card of Cancer and Pisces, okay? You could very well be dealing with that. But ultimately, Scorpio, I feel like you have a lot, you know, on your mind. Let's just start there. In your love life, you could be kind of moving in silence because the High Priestess is, you know, very secretive. You know, kind of keeps to herself. You never really know what she's doing, even though, you know, the High Priestess is usually sitting back thinking and predicting, you know, what the next move is going to be. The High Priestess, you know, is always, you know, in thought, right? She's very knowledgeable. She knows what to do, things of that nature. So the High Priestess coming up in a love reading is actually interesting because I feel like, you know, when it comes to your relationship, either it's something that you don't know, or there's something, there's a situation in which you're probably keeping things to yourself, or you're being secretive, moving in silence, and this isn't you, it's them, okay? So, of course, you can reverse the roles, but there could be something that you don't see clearly because it's hidden, all right? You know, the High Priestess usually knows everything. However, she kind of keeps things, you know, to herself. So she has that element of knowing, but also there is an energy of things being hidden as well. You know, I don't think anything is hidden from the High Priestess. I just think she does a very good job at keeping things hidden from others, okay? So someone could be keeping secrets. You know, or like I said, someone could just be moving in silence right now, maybe just watching, trying to learn something. I don't really know, okay? I just know that, you know, this is my secret squirrel card, right? You know, because that's the High Priestess. She's like secret squirrel, okay? So let's just see what support we have for the High Priestess. Now, heads up, Scorpio, this deck is a MFer, all right? I'm just saying. Very hard to control, but I bought it, so I have to use it, all right? So if they fly out on the floor, you're going to have to give me a minute so I can pick them up, all right? If they fly out on the table, you're going to have to give me a minute because I'm going to pick them all back up and put them back in the deck. All right, so we got one. Let's just get another one since I have them in my hands, okay? Trying to shuffle them without losing them. Be patient. Be patient. I'm so hot-headed, Scorpio. Give me a minute. All right, we got two. Interesting. So we got Five of Swords. You see what you doing? You up to something, or somebody is, okay? And it's probably because of this Five of Swords energy. Like there's something going on here, okay? This is familiar. I did a tarot card reading for a Scorpio, and this is familiar. The High Priestess, this Five of Swords, and I don't know if the Hermit came out or not, but here's my thing, okay? The Five of Swords is that energy of betrayal. So some of you, you or them, reverse the roles. I ain't gonna say that again, but there's something going on here in your dynamic, and it's almost mildly chaotic, at least right now, because the Five of Swords speaks of conflict. All right, so there's definitely conflict between you and somebody else. Okay, there is an energy here of somebody needing to win by all means necessary when the Five of Swords shows up. Okay, that's just the energy that it gives off. However, the trick to the Five of Swords, even though somebody's trying to win by all means necessary, there is no winner in the end. Okay, the Five of Swords is all about loss. Okay, disagreements, things like that. But somebody here does not want to be defeated, and that is obvious. That's why the High Priestess is here, Scorpio. They're trying to figure this out. They're in this hermit mode. Some of you could be dealing with a Virgo. Okay, with the Hermit here, but you or your person is trying to figure this out because you don't want to lose. Whatever this battle is that you have going on, you don't want to be the loser, and neither do they. Okay, so it could be both of you. However, there will probably be no winner here. Hell, you might just break even if that means just walking away, Scorpio. It is what it is. All right, but in the meantime, your undivided attention is soaked into this matter. It just is. All right, so the Hangman is asking someone, you or them, to surrender, because the Hangman, a card of Pisces. Okay, I don't know if I said that you could be dealing with a Pisces. With this card, the universe is saying several things to you and your person. The universe is asking you to look at this from the bigger picture. All right, let's just start. Oh, I'm so sorry. This is the Hermit. Back that up. I'm so sorry. Why do I have the Hangman on my mind? Because it's going to come out later. I don't know. All right, so let's just back this up. Okay, so you're putting a lot of thought into this situation. Okay, I mean, so to the point to where it's like this is all that you're doing is thinking about it. Okay, because that's what the Hermit is doing. He's kind of withdrawing from the situation, spending some time alone, kind of reflecting on, how to do this. And the Hermit, which is interesting, speaks of like research, right? So somebody's trying to figure out how to win this, how to do this, or maybe even how to turn whatever this is that's going on, Scorpio, around. Okay, around. So nix that Pisces, although some of you could be dealing with a Pisces. Some of you could just be dealing with a Virgo. I think I said that already. Oh, I thought I did. But I know I said Pisces, but I think I may have said Virgo earlier. But it doesn't matter, okay? Because you're searching your soul, the depths of your soul, by the way, with the High Priestess here, trying to figure out, like, what's my next move? Should I withdraw from this situation, right? The Hermit, sometimes will step back and be like, you know what, F it, let it go, or do I look into this a little deeper and try to figure out, how to deal with the situation? Honestly, for me, I feel like it's a battle going on between you and somebody else in a relationship. I don't know, maybe you or somebody, maybe the two of you are kind of pissed off at each other, maybe beefing, a little bit, the two of you, you probably are, because you got this Five of Swords, but there's definitely some type of battle, going on here. And with the Devil on the bottom of the deck, this is ugly. Okay, this is an ugly situation here. Okay, some of you may be bound to this person some way, married, whatever, living with them, stuck with them, have children by them. I don't know. Whatever, the devil represents, for you. Some of you could be dealing with a Capricorn or some type of earth sign, period, okay? Because we got this devil and we got the Hermit here. So some of you could be dealing with earthly energies, and they're stubborn, Scorpio. Earth signs is just stubborn. They stuck in their ways. It's their way or the highway, right? But I don't think that's going to work with you. I don't think you really care. you know, that this person is being a-hole, a douchebag, okay, with the devil on the bottom of the deck. You know, both of you could be being douchebags right now with the devil here. But I feel like you guys are going toe to toe. Okay, this is a, you know, even though the devil didn't fly out, I'm still taking it, right? It's on the bottom of the deck. I always check the bottom of the deck. But I feel like, you know, this battle that you're doing, or that the two of you, you know, are going through right now is burning you up, right? It has you restless, you know, to some extent, because you're thinking about it so much, right? What do I do with this person? You know, I feel, because I feel an a-hole energy. Some of you could be dealing with, you know, either a real stubborn person or just a flat out a-hole. All right, I don't mean to be offensive, but that's just, you know, the energy that I'm getting here. Somebody here doesn't want to feel powerless, you know, to the other person. And there's some type of restraint, or there's some type of, like I said, there's a fixedness between you and them. Trying to find the words. There's an attachment between, you know, the two of you. So either like you're bound to this person in some way. And this is what's requiring this high priestess energy and this hermit, because you have to figure your way out of something or around something, I guess, here. A lot of this could have to do with your stability, because we got the Four of Pentacles underneath this devil. All right, so you could share a home together or whatever. Or, you know, these are two cards of clinging, okay? Two things clinging. This is a clingy card, and so is this one. So, you know, this battle between the two of you could definitely have to do with, you know, I mean, it's some petty energy here, Scorpio. I'm just saying, just throwing it out there. It's a petty energy, you know, here. It's like two people stuck together, you know, maybe even wanting to be together, but yet, you know, you're just not seeing eye to eye, you know, somewhere along your journey here. It's crazy. I'm just saying, it's crazy. But this is kind of what I'm getting. Let's get some, let me shuffle these. I want to make sure I get as much accuracy, you know, as possible. I think I did shuffle from the last reading, but you know, I don't, these cards bother me a little bit because they so slippery. So I probably just didn't even bother. Sorry, Scorpio. I can go off on a tangent. All right, let's get at least two more cards and see, like, you know, what this is. It's crazy. Oh, this is crazy. You're fighting with somebody here. That's kind of how I'm feeling. You know, that's kind of the energy that I'm getting. Next month there's a battle between the sexes. Ooh, so if you were thinking about doing something, look, no, don't do it. No. All right, I'm gonna let that slide, okay? I just wrote that on there because it was an extra card in this deck, and I just thought, you know what, no. Let's just put no. So we have the Emperor, control. Control, right? The Emperor is Aries, Capricorn. Like I said, some of you are definitely dealing with some type of earth sign here, or this has to do a lot with your structure, okay? The Emperor is smart, you know, just as smart as his High Priestess. The High Priestess knows better, you know, but the Emperor, you know, is more strategic. You know, he kind of plans things out, structure things, you know, making sure that he knows, you know, every angle, you know, of a situation, okay? So some of you, or, you know, could be planning, you know, maybe there's something you thought about doing. Maybe you shouldn't do it, okay? I don't know. Maybe you asked your person a question. Hey, you know, do you want to end this? Maybe they said no. Maybe you asked your person, hey, you know, do you love me? Maybe you said no. I'm not sure. But I feel that nevertheless, you know, there is something here that is going to ultimately give you guys a wake-up call, okay? Some of you could want a second chance, or maybe this is your second chance. Maybe it's your third, fourth, or fifth chance. I just feel that here in a reading. I don't know. Somebody could be asking for another chance, and again, like I said, maybe, you know, the answer is no. I'm not really sure, but it's just weird. Very weird scenario you have going on here. But the Emperor, this is somebody trying to, you know, make sure they gain control, you know, over this situation, period. So we got these three that fell out. I'm just going, four that fell out. I'm just going to go ahead and just take them and then put this deck away because I'm not very fond of it. So we have the Hierophant. another card to me that speaks of, some type of solidity, in this relationship. So some of you are married to this person, okay? And you're going through what you're going through with this person because source says so, okay? There is, a lesson here that I feel, that will be learned or needs to be learned, something of that matter. And it's all coming through this seven, of wands. This is where this lesson is coming from. These challenges that the seven of wands, is bringing to you, okay? The Knight of Pentacles is coming in because I feel that the hard work that's being put into your dynamic right now isn't necessarily positive. It kind of has like a negative influence on it, right? Someone's moving slow and practical with this Knight of Pentacles, strategic, like, planning out, their next move, making sure that, whatever they do, they win, right? With this Ace of Swords, okay? They're really thinking this through, coming up with new ideas, new ways, to kind of go about the challenges that, you're facing in this relationship or this marriage, okay? Really trying to figure it out. Interesting. Very interesting. A lot of you believe that, I don't know, maybe I feel like there's some type of belief here that, maybe, I was going to say it. Maybe that someone doesn't love you or you don't love them. Someone could be saying this person doesn't love me, or that your person could be saying they don't love me. I don't know quite where that came from, but we'll kind of see like what the cards say, as we go along. But that gets kind of popped in my head. But I do feel strategy. Somebody's trying to get a truth here. Maybe that's where it came from with this Ace of Swords. Someone's trying to figure something out. Like, before I just demolish this person, I need to make sure that I'm reading this right. So Scorpio, if this is you, let's just say this is you. I feel like as you're thinking about this dynamic, and if you're the one that's just like, look, I gotta win this. I'm not gonna let this person get over on me. F that, right? I'm gonna figure this out. I'm gonna break through this, But before I do, I need to make sure that this person doesn't care about me. I wouldn't want to hurt this person if I don't want to hurt them, if we're just going through one of our typical battles again. Although I feel like this is pretty heated. I do feel like this is heated. So I don't know if you've gotten into squirrels with your person before. Maybe you have. If this is the first time, I don't know. But I feel like this is heated. But I do feel like somebody here is searching for truth. Does this person love me or not? And I feel that if you're honest with yourself, right? If you spend a little bit more time in that hermit mode, if this person loves you, you would know it. You wouldn't be beefing like this right now. So, so if your question is, does this person love me? Maybe not. I don't know. You know them better than I do. All right. Maybe not. But let's move on. Let's get rid of the slippery cards, right? Beautiful cards, but the devil to work with. All right. More messages for Scorpio this month, Spirit. What do we have for Scorpio? Beefing, communication, not happening. Like, you're not hearing what they saying. They not hearing what you saying. Nobody's getting nowhere communicative wise, okay? Nobody's getting anywhere. And look, that's crazy because, there seems like, you have a lot in common with this person. Now, when I think of soulmates, I think of, two loving people, but it doesn't have to be. Not that I'm being negative Nancy over here, but I'm just saying, soulmates usually have things in common. That's why they soulmates, right? Soulmates usually meet up because there's something that they're going to learn from each other or be able to grow from with each other. But I feel like in this situation, right, neither one of you are hearing what the other is saying because you're just alike, right? You're soulmates. You may be just as stubborn as they are, okay? You may be just as vindictive as they are. You may just be as angry, as you are. I'm not saying vindictive. I'm just throwing words out, right? Just to kind of have like a relation, okay? So I feel like you guys, you got divorced on the bottom of the day. So that's on somebody's mind here, okay? I'm just saying. If you're married, because we have the Hierophant here. But I feel like you're two peas in a pod right now. Like you're both, doing the same thing, to each other, all right? That's how I'm feeling with this. All right, let's see. Yeah, there's that. Look right here. You know, someone loves you. I feel like this is the question. You know, does this person love me? Do they care about me? Like, what the frick? You know, or maybe this is you. You know, you've cared about this person. You care about this person. Maybe it's not reciprocal, or vice versa. You know, but I feel like, you know, this is what, you know, somebody may want to hear, right? Somebody could be saying, look, I love you, love me. Scorpio, that's coming out of somebody's mouth. That's in somebody's heart right now. And I guess when the love isn't being returned, it's turning into fights and bitterness. All right, that's kind of you know, the energy that I'm getting off of this. But you know, let's find out what else we got hidden in this craziness that's going on. The battle's on. I can see that both of you have your boxing gloves, you know, on, and that's it is what it is, I guess. I'm not gonna say it's crazy, but it is. You know, and I think I'm gonna title this video "The Battle's On," right? Because that's kind of what I'm feeling. Somebody's ready to fight here. So we have the privileged lady. I bit my card. Ooh, ooh, ooh. We have marriage, and we have toil and labor. So these cards like speak for their self, Scorpio. It has been a long journey with this person. I can feel it. All right. I feel like somebody, you or them, it feels like you're not being treated the way that you want to be treated. This person isn't treating you, you know, like a lady, or this person isn't, you know, pouring, you know, into you, or you're not pouring into them. You're not giving to this marriage. You're not nourishing, you know, this relationship, this commitment, right? It's just hard work, you know, for somebody here. You know, it's just, you know, you want love to be reciprocal, all right? You want to be respected. You want to be loved. You want to be honored, you know, things of that nature. But I feel like it hasn't been that way. You know, this relationship is stuck between wanting love and this hard work, you know, wanting to be cherished and treated right, you know, but instead, you know, I feel like the opposite, you know, is coming out of this. And that's part of, you know, the problem here, immaturity, right? Because there's not just, I feel like there's not just one person fighting here. I feel like there's two. I could be wrong, but that's kind of like what I'm, you know, kind of picking up on here. And I get it. Relationships, you know, are challenging. But a lot of times they're just downright toxic. All right. Just downright toxic. All right. Let's see what else we have for you, Scorpio. Let's see what else we have for you. You guys are going to beat. This is what we have for you. Accusations. Pointing the finger. You did it. No, it was you. You know, you did it first. Well, you did it to me. I did back. You know, kind of, you know how you know how I go. Oracle cards, you know, I love them. They just say what they have to say. You know, it makes it easier for me, right? Because sometimes I can't find the words, right? Here we go. So, are we walking away, Scorpio, or no, right? Are we learning the lesson in this, you know, this again, or no? Or are we going to start over again and go through this again? Like, what's up? You know, I feel that, you know, this is an opportunity, right? It says seize the opportunity. So if I can be frank without being judgmental, I'm not being judgmental because, man, you don't talk about my relationships. I don't have any now. They've been so dysfunctional, you know, I just be like, you know what, forget it. But just being transparent. I feel like you're stuck between a rock and a hard place. I don't feel that there is no love between you and your person, but there's definitely a question of love. And I use the word love very loosely, okay? Because love doesn't do this, all right? Love isn't in the Five of Swords energy, okay? Love doesn't betray you. People make mistakes, but disagreements, arguments, conflict, things like that, you know, needs to be dealt with maturely if it's in your relationship. And I feel like, you know, this is an opportunity now. So instead of pointing the finger at each other, you know, ask yourself, should I walk away from this? Should I learn the karmic lesson that the universe, you know, is trying to give to me? Or do you try to get back in again, to go through this again? And now all of you have gone through, you know, things with your person, you know, over and over again. But I feel like each time you start over with this person, it just leads to the same thing, right? You know, you taking a risk. Is this person going to act right or no? Is Scorpio going to act right or no, right? It's kind of like that. And each time you get into the conflict with this person, this is how it kind of leaves you feeling like, you know, am I enough? You know, feeling inadequate, things of that nature. But, you know, tension, I feel, is building up, you know, between the two of you. You know, you see you got this storm, you know, brewing here. It is what it is, right? You know, like, you know, get the message, you know, that the universe is trying to show you. If it's broke, sometimes you just can't fix it, right? You can repair it for a little while, but if it's not sewn together or repaired, you know, accurately, it just falls apart again, okay? I do feel that two people are acting like children here. You feel a very petty energy between you and somebody else. And there's a need here to kind of move on, right? And if you do, you may miss this person, you know, just like this card says, but at the end of the day, right, it's going to hurt, but you're losing either way. If you're apart, you know, if you separate, you experience a loss. If you're together and you're fighting, you have disagreements, you're still losing out, right? On time that you won't get back. So, you know, if you can't fix it, if you tried this before, I'm not telling you what to do, but you might want to reevaluate. You might want to go back into this hermit mode and the high priestess, you know, energy, and kind of figure out like, what am I doing? Where are we going? The hell is this? You know, type of thing, okay? I love when the cards do that. Y'all saw that? I know you did. Okay, let's see. Well, if you're watching the screen, you've seen it. As if you ain't done clicked off by now. Let's see. All right, let's get a couple more messages. I got 2 more decks here that I want to get you some messages out of, Scorpio. And then I'm going to leave y'all alone. Yes, I am. May or may not do some readings next month. You know, I don't know. I haven't been feeling well, Scorpio. I'm just being honest. I feel better now, but I'm sick, stressed out, had anxiety, all kinds of craziness. All right, messages for Scorpio. Let me see. Give me something. Give me something for a Scorpio. What are they? What's not being said, okay? This is my unspoken love, right? So let's just see what's not really being shared, okay? What's in the background. All right, we got 1. Trust issues, okay? So somebody has trust issues with the other, or both of y'all don't trust each other. And look, you got divorce on the bottom of the deck. This is what's going to lead to a divorce if you're married, or for the separation, is this. That's what it is, okay? I ain't gonna say what I just felt. All right, what else? Always on my mind. Yeah, this is stressing you out, okay? All right, you know, I feel personally like if this, for some of you, comes to an end, I feel like this time is the end, all right? I don't feel like there's any coming back from this. This has been so burdensome and so worrisome, like on your mind. I feel that when this finally wraps up, it's a wrap, okay? You know, there's no coming back. You know, you could be telling your person, you know, like, look, this is it. If I walk this time, you know, you're never getting me back. It's just not going to happen. You know, it is what it is. You know, your person might be calling your bluff for some of you, okay? Because you've done this before. So the fighting, the argument, the walking away, I hate you, doesn't mean anything to your person because you've done this before, right? So they're not even worried about it, okay? For others of you, you could be holding on to hope because some of you may want this to go away because you love this person, right? You want things to work. You want to be able to trust this person. You want, you know, them to come out of this toxic energy, okay? The way they're treating you, all right? So a lot of you have a lot that you want to say. I feel like for some of you, you don't want to fight. You're being encouraged, or what's the word? You're being tempted. Or what did the devil do to Job? You know, he was taunting him. There we go. So like, you know, I feel like your person, you know, their behavior is taunting you, you know, to retaliate or to act like they acting, right? To be in that energy of fighting and that childishness, You know, that's kind of how, you know, I'm kind of seeing this. I feel like your person's I ain't gonna say encouraging you, but like I said, taunting you. Like, in other words, if they be like, oh, forget you, Scorpio, you be like, forget you too. You know, kind of like that. When in fact, this is not what you want. You don't want to fight. You know, you want to apologize. You want to make up. You want to start over. But is that the best thing to do, right? If it didn't work out the first 60 times, it probably, you know, will work out 61. All right. But then again, it might. So, you know, it's your call. All right, Scorpio, we about to get out of here. So let's get you a couple more messages from us for the road. All right. We have unawakened, and we have the answer is no. So I don't know what this is, but you got this no here twice. Okay. You know, there's healing that needs to happen here, because this behavior, nope, not throwing shade. All right, if it ain't you, it's them, with both of y'all. This is unawakened behavior. If you are awake and you're conscious, at least enough to know that love is kind, love is gentle, love is understanding, right? Then you wouldn't be going through this. This ain't love. This is something else. It's that weird kind of love. You know what the one I'm talking about? Been there, did that, okay? Been there, did that. That's kind of, you know, what this is right now, okay? I feel like a lot of you are just kind of sitting back watching, you know, where this is going to go. Somebody here is definitely devoted more to one than the other. I do feel that. And somebody here is kind of hoping that the other person realizes that, you know, this is not what they want. They want to be married. They want to be in this relationship. You know, they don't want to fight, but fighting is all that's going on right now. So this month, Scorpio, it's going to be a little cray-cray, okay? You know, my heart goes out to you guys. I hope that, you know, this gets resolved. But Scorpio, if anybody knows what to do, is you, okay? I have no doubt in my mind that you will handle this effectively, okay? So thank you guys for watching. It was a pleasure, and I will see you in the next video.